Welcome back to the Southeast region, where the road to Williamsport and the Little League World Series continues here in Warner Robins, Georgia, for the state champs from South Carolina, Irmo Little League, and Chair's Little League from Tallahassee, Florida. Irmo Little League won it all here last year on its way to Williamsport. There are 10 regions throughout the United States. Each one will send a team to the Little League World Series. There will also be 10 international teams there. The 8 state champs here in the Southeast started playing yesterday. We've already had 2 eliminated. West Virginia is gone, and just about an hour ago, Huntersville, North Carolina sent home. Here you see the bracket. This game very important because the winner will have tomorrow off. A much-needed break before Sunday semifinals, 2 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. The loser will be back here tomorrow. Alongside Greg Olson, 1989 American League Rookie of the Year. I'm Clay Matvick. And the winner 2-0 in great shape. And, you know, when you get a hot couple of days like we've had here in Middle Georgia, a day off is appreciated.
Oh, and it's definitely needed. And these guys are looking to get that day off, but more importantly, stay in the winner's bracket, get your pitching healthy again. And Irmo looking to repeat their trip to Williamsport.
E.J. Davenport ready to lead it off for Irmo. Jackson Owens, Triple Cates, Braxton Reichert, Badger Luter, Cohen Paul, Brayton Jensen, Liam Snellgrove, Jace Brown, B.J. Hammonds the second, Colt Beatty, and Maverick Cox rounding it out. And they're going to be facing Landon Del Prado, the starter for Florida.
Imposing presence on the mound, upper 60s fastball, just overpowering fastball. Good breaking ball, good changeup as well. 3-pitch mix.
Lands a strike. As E.J. Davenport, the third baseman, is the leadoff man. Fouls it off, strike 2. Irmo Little League from just outside of Columbia, South Carolina, the state capital. State champs for the 3rd straight year. And again, the defending Southeast region champs. You and I were talking just before the broadcast about how exciting the finish was last year. Irmo upsetting Lake Mary, Florida, the World Series champions from 2024.
I mean, unbelievable game. Irmo comes from behind, down 4-0.
And the catcher has the play. Everett Fiore stays with it and makes a great catch for the first out.
Just a great play. Fastball elevated. See, gets his mask off quickly, finds the ball, finds the fence, and then that ball will tail back towards home plate as it's spinning. He's able to be athletic enough to come back and make the catch.
Del Prado and Fiore are the battery. Skank is the center fielder, very good out there. He has Chen and Ross flanking him in the outfield. Kowalczyk, Stevens, Bickus, and Arnold around the infield from 3rd to 1st. And this is going to eat up Kai Stevens at short. Jackson Owens put it in play hard, and Irmo, South Carolina, has the first base runner of the game.
This is going to be a tough play. That 3rd hop skids a little bit, so you got 1 hop, 2 hops, and this one's going to skid on him and just gets through the glove. Hard hit ground ball.
Jackson Owens, he's on first base. That's going to be a base hit, the first of the game. And this is Triple Cates now. Cates 0 for 2 so far in the regional. Sweet left-handed swing. Son of Tony and Whitney Cates, has a sister Grace. Ball gets away from home plate. Fiore has to chase. There goes Owens to second. And so quickly South Carolina has a runner in scoring position. The 1-1 to Cates. Just misses on the inside corner. Brian Henry, our home plate umpire.
Yeah, that's a nice swing.
Talking to the coaches, they say that Cates just takes nothing but quality at bats. got a piece of it, but it ends up in the glove of Fiore, who's having himself a good defensive inning. And that's the first strikeout for Landon Del Prado, 2 down.
Gets him to go chasing this high fastball, hard to catch up to, but it looks so good because it's at the eye level.
And here's Braxton Reichert. Reichert, the first baseman. Play a little third. Also see him on the mound from time to time. He was the starting pitcher yesterday. Went an inning and 2/3, gave up a run on 1 hit, walked a couple, and struck out 3. Ground ball to third. This is Harry Pawalczyk. Throws across. Nice play by Cam Arnold at first. And despite the hit by Jackson Owens, Florida is off the field, and Cheers Little League is coming up. Back here in Warner Robins, Georgia, this winner's bracket game. We go to the bottom of the first, and Cheers Capitola Little League of Tallahassee, Florida. First time winning the Florida State Tournament. They're going to come up to the plate for the first time. This Little League located just a few minutes away from the Florida State campus. Xavier Skank is going to lead it off. Kai Stevens, the shortstop, then Landon Del Prado. Harry Pawalczyk, Camden Arnold, Everett Fiore, Jordan Murray, Jacob Ross, Oliver Prowan, Hayden Butler, KJ Chen, left fielder, batting 11th, and Preston Bickus rounds it out. And the starting pitcher for South Carolina is Badger Luter.
Best name that we got in this regional. The Badger left-handed pitcher. Velocity is going to be in the mid-60s. Just nice, solid fastball, throws strikes, pitches to contact.
Badger Luter played a big role in getting Irmo to the regionals here in Warner Robins. Pitched an absolute gem in the state title game. We'll see what he's got tonight. He allowed only 1 hit in that championship. He's got a tough out right out of the gate in Xavier Skank. Skank taps it up the third base line, and it's going to bounce foul. Skank is their leadoff hitter, also their fastest player. Did you see the smoke behind him as he went up the line? He got out of the batter's box so quickly. This kid can move.
Yeah, this infield's going to have to play quick. He hits a ground ball to the left side. It's going to be bang, bang. Better get the ball out of your glove.
This is going to be a tough play. Boom, bang, bang play. He can really run. But Cohen Paul throws a rifle shot across the diamond for the first out.
I mean, this is about as routine as you can get on a ground ball to shortstop, and it's still one of those where you're looking at it, I'm going, I might need a review of this one because it's bang, bang. Boy, he gets out of the box fast.
No doubt. So there's the defense for Irmo. Cohen Paul, his double play partner, Braden Jensen. Tribble Cates is catching Luter. Here comes Kai Stevens to the plate for the first time. Stevens has had an excellent regional already, 2 for 2 with a run batted in. He is kind of the team jokester, keeps everybody light. Man, he has a big bat. Inside.
Wears number 50 for the state of Hawaii.
And why is that?
50th 50th state.
I was testing you.
I know you were.
You know, your Omaha schooling. I gotta keep you in check. Yeah, he's originally from Hawaii. Great athlete. Also plays football. Plays a little quarterback. Now, you were a multi-sport athlete as well, and I know you encourage the youngsters to do that.
I do. I played football.
Up the middle, that's going to get past Braden Jensen into center field. Kai Stevens, 3 for 3 in the regional.
This is just a nice piece of hit, and this pitch is well located down and away. And he just dives out there and covers the plate, takes it right back up the box.
You see kids specializing in just one sport now more and more, and it's kind of too bad, I think.
Well, you just get so much more athleticism and movement playing different sports, playing football, playing basketball, than you would just playing one sport in baseball. And I understand how important the reps are for baseball, of pitching and hitting and seeing and playing the game, but going out and playing football was one of my favorite memories in athletics.
Ball and a strike to the pitcher, Landon Del Prado. Checks his swing. Del Prado 1 for 2, a couple of runs batted in Florida's first game of the regional. He had a walk-off 3-run homer to help the team advance to the state championship game. Looks at strike 2, 2-2. He's had 4 home runs during the run-up to regionals here in Warner Robins. And there's Dad, Alec Del Prado, Florida manager, marketing director when he's not coaching Little League. 2-2. Foul back. I tell you, Badger Luter has leaned heavily on the breaking ball in the off-speed pitch here early.
Yeah, on this at bat right here, lefty-lefty matchup. Del Prado can swing it, and you're seeing a nice mix of breaking balls. One looked a little bit like a slider. He's got a little flatter breaking ball like a slider, almost a sweeper, and then he's got a little bit more depth on it. And then showing enough fastballs.
Missed with a fastball outside there. It's a full count here to Landon Del Prado. Harry Pawalczyk is on deck. He's the cleanup hitter. Missed it. 2 on, 1 out, and Tallahassee, Florida is threatening here in the first inning. As the big third baseman, Harry Pawalczyk, comes up. Pawalczyk 1 for 2, couple of runs batted in. Pawalczyk's dad, Kyle, is the bench coach. His mom is Anna. Has a 9-year-old sister, Haley. And now time is called. As the infield's going to come together. Just a quick little, hey, buddy, you got this.
Oh, yeah, I love that. Treble Cates comes out just going, hey, you're all right. You're just missing with that fastball. Stay with it. You can see that Badger is trying to work bottom of the zone. Like I said, he's going to pitch to contact, and he's just missing with his pitches.
Clips the inside corner there.
So his catcher walks out and says, hey, you're right there, man. Just missing, just keep going, get a ground ball right here, see if we can turn a double play for you.
1-1 to Pawalczyk. Who was the best catcher you ever had in just keeping you dialed in?
Oh, man, I had Bob Melvin, had Jamie Quirk, had Chris Hoyles. I had a lot of guys that had a lot of confidence in me and gave me a lot of help from behind the plate.
It's interesting. Melvin and Quirk went into coaching after the playing careers. No surprise, I guess.
Extremely smart, yeah.
Three-one pitch. Now full count. Kai Stevens at second base. Landon Del Prado at first. Chairs Little League. Coming off a 16-1 win over Columbus, Georgia yesterday. Threatening here again in the first inning. Swung on and missed. Badger Luter digs down deep and gets out number 2.
lot of this goes back to that little mound talk, and just get him recentered. Everything's fine. No damage has been done. Let's start making some pitches like you're capable of doing. Badger Luter right there, fastball outer part of the plate, man-on-man challenge time, and he gets it done.
Now 1 out away from getting out of this mess. Camden Arnold comes up now for Florida and looks at a backdoor breaking ball for strike 1. Boy, Luter spins that tightly.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I mean, and I talked about it. He's got 2 of them. He's got a little bit of a sweeping one that he used versus the left-handed hitters. And then that one versus the righty's got a little bit more depth. And you can see Tribble Cates back there working sides of the plate. He was set up on the outside part of the plate trying to get a fastball away.
The 1-1 to Cam Arnold, the big first baseman. Swung on, line drive, left field, base hit. We'll see if they send Stevens. They do. Here comes the throw, right on the money. Out, got it. What a throw from Liam Snellgrove. That ends the inning. Wonderful defense from the South Carolina left fielder.
Well, look how deep Snellgrove was, respecting the bat, and he comes up and absolutely throws a dime to home plate. Easy call. Great job at home plate by Tribble Cates to get that short hop, and look at Badger Luters. He fired up.
It's an absolutely gorgeous night in Middle Georgia. Warner Robins, cotton candy sky. I know you don't want me to say anything about the weather because you're afraid I might jinx it after what happened yesterday. It is beautiful tonight. We'll take it.
We were talking about how beautiful yesterday's weather was, and we had 6 hours of rain following that statement.
Badger Luter leads it off here against Landon Del Prado. Irmo, South Carolina, hitting here in the top of the second in this 1-0 game. Both teams 1-0 here in the region. Slicing away from the left fielder, running it down in foul territory, KJ Chen, and Luter is retired. So Del Prado has retired 3 in a row.
See some exceptional outfield defense here in this regional, and that one was a nice long run. Gets that ball in foul territory, man. As a pitcher, what a gift that is.
This is Cohen Paul now. That was a terrific throw from left field by Liam Snellgrove to end last inning. He might get a chance to hit here this inning if South Carolina can get somebody on. But you've seen a lot of plays at the plate in our 3 games today.
Yeah.
4, in fact, and there have been a play at the plate every single time where the runner was out.
I mean, it's been great baseball. Really has. Great pitching, great defense. The game before this went extra innings, ended up in a 1-0 win. already here. That laser from left field from Snellgrove.
Chop to second. This is going to be a tough play. Preston Bickus sits back, gets the second out as Paul is retired.
You said it. That was going to be a really tough hop. He gets there, gets in front of it, keeps his nose down, makes the play. I'm starting to feel like this game's going to be another one where every out is precious.
That's a good-looking breaking ball from Landon Del Prado. This is Braden Jensen. Jensen 0 for 1 in the regional. His dad is team manager Bobby Jensen over there in the third base coach's box. Mom Kristen has 2 older brothers. And on the hands. There's Bobby. He played baseball at the University of South Carolina, Aiken. He's been a Little League volunteer for 15 years, including a couple of years as league president. Two outs. Swung on and missed. Strikeout. Landon Del Prado with a quick inning. Couple of strikeouts on his day so far. It's a 1-2-3 second. We played 1.5. No score. Cheers, Capitola Little League. The Green Machine coming back to the plate here in the second inning. We're scoreless. Florida State champs defeated Lake Mary, Florida, 6-0 in the state title game. Lake Mary, of course, the 2-time defending state champs, won the whole thing in 2024 in Williamsport. First Florida team to do so. As Everett Fiore skies this one to left field, Snellgrove, who has been a star in left field in this game already, makes the catch. Both of these teams have had some battles with Lake Mary, Florida in recent years.
Yeah, and I mean, Lake Mary had it rolling till last year. Irmo in the bottom of the 6th inning overcomes a 4-0 deficit. And here we are again, Irmo versus Florida. Big game, day off tomorrow for the winner.
First pitch swinging, Jordan Murray. And the center fielder, I think Jackson Owens had a little trouble finding it. I mean, it's that time of night, Greg, where it's hard to see fly balls.
Yeah, they call it a high sky. And it looked like initially he had his hands out going, I can't see it. Ball goes up in the sky, and if you take your eye off it for a split second, it's going to be hard to pick it back up. Now, I'm assuming we're going to take a pitch here.
Well, I was going to say, is there something about the approach you're noticing here, because Florida's jumping on early pitches now from Luter?
Well, that one right there, I mean, you can't have a 3-pitch inning. You can't do it. And so, see Jacob Ross taking a pitch, but I think that good fastballs over the plate, and I talked about it early. He pitches to contact. He's going to throw strikes. He's moving it around, changing speeds. And he just wants you to put the ball in play and make soft contact.
Jacob Ross 0 for 1 in Florida's first game. Took a couple of walks though. The team drew 10 walks in that 16-1 win over Columbus, Georgia. And that's a strike, 3-1.
That's a recipe to win.
Yeah.
10 free passes.
They had 8 hits and 10 walks, so a lot of base runners. Hit sharply down the line, and that's fair. Reichert couldn't come up with it at first. The throw to second, it's high, tag not in time. 2-out double for Jacob Ross. And here comes Tallahassee, Florida.
If you're watching this at home, watch him out of the batter's box. He is sprinting. This is a double in his mind right from the get-go. A little bit of a slip on the first base, but he is off and running. He was thinking double the whole way out of the batter's box. I absolutely love that. Dare you to throw me out.
He wears number 10. That's his mom's number from her softball playing days. Heather, Dad Jared, both attorneys. So he's aboard in scoring position for Oliver Prowan. Tall, 5'7" left-handed hitter. They call him O. His dad is Matt Prowan, first base coach. 2 balls and no strikes. Now 3-0. As Badger Luter
a little frustrated.
Got the first couple of outs quickly on fly balls, but now trying to dial back in. There's a strike.
Got behind in the count a little bit lately, but you see he walked back off the mound, took a breath, gathered himself, and get back after it.
A double and now a walk. And Hayden Butler will come up with 2 on. And a chance for Tallahassee to do some 2-out damage.
Badger able to avoid the run last inning. Runners on first and second, got out of the jam with a great throw by Snellgrove. He's got to find his way to get back into the zone. Don't get frustrated with the umpire if you think it's a ball or a strike. Got to move on to the next pitch.
Hayden Butler 0 for 2 in the regional so far. Son of Kristen and Tom, younger brother Bryce. And now time is called as Tribble Cates is going to go out to the mound. And we're going to get a visit. Here comes Alec. Or Bobby Jensen, pardon me.
I couldn't tell. They had somebody warming up a little bit in between innings. This is one of those moments as a coach. You walk out there very positive. Hey, everything's fine. Give him something to focus on. All right, you know what? Everything's a little bit elevated right now. I need you to finish the pitch. I need you to finish bending your back. Work down the mound, whatever he needs to hear to get that ball down just a little bit. Everything's gotten a little bit elevated these last couple hitters.
Ross at second, Prowan at first. 3-0 to Hayden Butler. And KJ Chen, the left fielder, is on deck. Ball 4, walked him. Back-to-back walks. And this is the approach we saw from Florida at the plate in their first game against Columbus, Georgia. Very patient, working that starter's pitch count up quickly.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they've done. They are not chasing the high fastball right now. They're going to make Badger Luter get the ball down. And then he is missed on the bottom of the zone as well. So he needs to figure out where his release point is and get that ball back into the zone, because right now, Chairs is not going to go chasing.
This is Kenny Chen, goes by KJ, 1 for 1 in the regional with a run batted in. Takes a strike on that breaking ball, 1-1. Parents Kenny and Lee, 11 years old, youngest but smartest player on the team. Ooh, where was that pitch? That pitch just missed. 2-1. Got the first 2 outs on 2 pitches. Luter has thrown 20 since. Trying to get out of this inning. Bases loaded. The 2-1 pitch. And that's a strike. 2-2.
I like the idea. Now, Triple Cape's calling, okay, he's missing with fastballs, so let's change it up. They go to a couple breaking balls, get back into the count. Maybe he can find his release point on his fastball after changing it up a little bit.
That hit him. Run comes home. Ross will touch home plate. RBI hit by pitch by KJ Chen. Nothing Tallahassee.
Looked like he had gotten everything settled back, and this might be the end of it for Badger. He is at 23 pitches. If you go back to the beginning of the at-bat, he can pitch again tomorrow if necessary.
Make sure that this is a pitching change. Certainly appears so. Yep, Luter's going to be out. So Badger Luter's day is done. Pitching change. We step aside. 1-0 Florida here in Warner Robins. So Badger Luter leaves after an inning and 2/3. He will go to center field. Jackson Owens, who was in center, now comes to the mound as Tallahassee, Florida has picked up the first run of the ballgame with 2 outs. Got a double with 2 outs from Jacob Ross, a walk to Prowan, a walk to Butler, and an RBI hit by pitch to Chen.
Bring Jackson Owens out of center field. Fastball will get up to almost 80 miles an hour. So electric fastball, and watching him warm up, he is throwing absolute gas.
And here's Preston Bickus. And quickly Owens starts him with a strike. Bickus, 4'11" speedster. 0 for 1 in the regional. Offers at it. Ball goes to the backstop. Prowan goes back to third base.
That's a good thing when you throw that hard. The ball comes right back to the catcher from this short backstop.
Two and 1 to Bickus. Team says he has the best hair on the team. Only gets 1 haircut a year. He's got it looking good right now here in Warner Robins. Big hack there by Preston. 2 and 2. So teams that have scored first in the first 6 games here in Warner Robins, 5 and 1. Lone loss, West Virginia. They lost to Georgia after building a 4-0 lead. They've been eliminated. As it happens, North Carolina has also been eliminated, the only 2 teams to go home so far. Wow, that's a hard throwing left-hander. Misses outside, full count.
All right, I'm going to throw this one at you, Clay. Dontrell Willis.
Yeah, a little bit. The way he comes off the mound like that,
yeah,
you bet.
Big leg kick.
That's ball 4 anyway. Preston Pickus, I don't think he knew exactly what had happened there. He draws the walk and a run scores as Prowan comes in. 2-0 Tallahassee, Florida.
Pretty decent pitch. Ball gets away, but I think Pickus was just thinking, I'm just going to get out of the road here in case there's a play at the plate.
And now back to the top of the order, Xavier Skank. Grounded out to short. He's 0 for 1. 0 for 4 in the regional. Has an RBI. That one's foul. Call number 19, the Big X. And we have already seen his speed on display. Almost beat out a routine ground ball in the first inning.
Yeah, and you're hearing some coaches in the dugout going, hey, you get a force out anywhere on the diamond.
Clips the outside black. 1-2. Manager Bobby Jensen calls Jackson Owens the pitcher now. 5-tool player. Swung on and missed. And Owens will limit the damage to 2 runs in the first inning. So after 2, Florida leading it 2-0 here in Warner Robins. Hey, if you want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball, visit playlittleLeague.org and enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Clay Matvick. Greg played Little League baseball in Omaha, Nebraska growing up before going on to play collegiately at Auburn and then had a great big league career.
Thank you.
Yes, a reliever. How many years in the majors?
12 service time, 14 years.
And you played with 21 teams. That's pretty impressive.
It was only 10, but yeah.
Okay. This is Liam Snellgrove chopping one to short. That Kai Stevens corrals and throws across the diamond for the first out of the third, as Florida has a 2-0 lead now in this game between undefeated teams in the regional. Landon Del Prado, he has retired 6 in a row now. The starter for Florida looking really good. This is Jace Brown at the plate. Now, you know, playing with 10 teams, that's actually a compliment because it meant people wanted you. You were a specialty pitcher. You really were, especially later in your career.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun getting to play in different cities and getting to know different teammates and bouncing around a little bit. And after a little while, it just became let's see how many teams I can play for.
Charging at third, Pawalczyk. They're going to call this foul. Jace Brown is going to have to come back to the batter's box.
Ted Sunday, third base umpire, right on top of that call.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it, off the instep.
Did you see it get hit?
Yeah, just off the instep on the front left foot. Swung on and missed, and Del Prado retires Brown anyway. Third strikeout for Landon Del Prado.
High fastball, high gas. Del Prado just moving the ball around, getting quick outs, getting some punch outs as well.
Here's big B.J. Hammonds. He had a walk and an RBI yesterday. Also the winning pitcher for Irmo. Came into the game in the second inning, settled things down. Ended up going 4 1/3. Didn't allow a run. 1 hit allowed. And he struck out 7. Those are the kind of performances that you have to get to Williamsport.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like a lot of the guys are going to change their biographies for favorite Little League moment with some of the stuff that they have done here this week.
B.J. Hammonds, all-around star on the mound and at the plate. Landon Del Prado, 32 pitches so far. Good breaking ball, gets a strikeout, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Landon dialing in. Middle of the third, 2-0, Tallahassee, Florida.
Welcome to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and a slice of sports paradise. Hammered, gone! Up and out of Williamsport.
Are you kidding me? Lay out like a superhero.
Great baseball ahead. Here we go.
Begins August 19th in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. We're so happy we can bring it your way again this year on ESPN. As we go to the bottom of the third inning, remember last year it was Irmo, South Carolina that represented the Southeast region in Williamsport. That group making history for that Little League. But now these Irmo kids trying to make their own history, but they're down 2-0 to Chair's Little League out of Tallahassee, Florida, as Kai Stevens, the number 2 hitter in this lineup, who already has a base hit in this game, starts it off in the third. Hard throwing Jackson Owens, the left-hander, ahead in the count here, 1-2.
Yeah, nice little slide step right there. No leg kick. He has been doing leg kick, leg kick, leg kick, and you want to throw the hitter's timing off. Throw in a slide step every once in a while.
Kai Stevens 3 for 3 in the regional. Mentioned the Hawaiian native who they call the Big Kahuna. the big kahuna. And he has played like one.
Yeah, he has. Keeps the coaches on their toes with some baseball questions. Always inquisitive.
1-2 to Stevens. Breaking ball slips out of the hand of Owens. 6-inning games. Modified double elimination. Loser is not out. Comebacker. Owens to first. And there's one away. So it's modified double elimination. That means you get to the championship game and it's a winner-take-all title game, no matter if you haven't been beaten or not. So that's what's going to happen on Tuesday. Winner-take-all championship for the right to go to Williamsport.
Very well explained, Clay.
Iron it out for you there. This is Landon Del Prado now. Del Prado a walk. Back in the first inning.
3 walks in this tournament already. That's what Florida's been doing so well. Been very patient at the plate. A lot of walks. So far they have drawn 14 walks, 3 hit by pitches, and scored 18 runs.
They're trying to get their bullpen back to the dugout as they're keeping an eye on the pitch count here for Jackson Owens. I think they want to keep him to 20 or less.
Well, it's a curious call. They can have him tomorrow if they need him. You can see that, just an electric fastball.
Now he's at 20 pitches. Should mean if he's done now, he wouldn't have to have a day's rest, but he can finish the batter. And he lost him. And now we'll see if they go and make a move. So Del Prado's aboard, second walk of this ballgame.
Well, that's the question. You're chasing 2 runs right now. All right, so are you going to be able to get some runs, and you're going to trust your offense, and you're going to leave one of your best arms in? And that's the decision right now that Irmo has to make.
Well, they're riding with Jackson Owens. Swing and a miss. Kowalczyk, who struck out his first time up when Badger Luter was still on the mound. Luter has since moved to center field. Harry Kowalczyk threw a complete game shutout in the Florida State tournament. He wants us to know that he's a great cook and he knows how to sign language, knows how to sign.
That's a good one.
Swung on it, missed. High fastball. Kowalczyk goes down and strikes for the second time. There are 2 outs.
It's just a lot of arms and legs coming at you. You're going to get a pinch runner. Kowalczyk is going to go run for Del Prado, who is the pitcher. It's 2 outs. Little League rule that you can do that. Get your pitcher and catcher to pinch run with 2 outs.
Cam Arnold has a couple of hits in the region. Also 4 runs batted in. Oldest of 3 kids to Aaron and John. His cousins Kirby and Hunter McMullen played for the Florida Gators not that many years ago. Strike. Hit a big triple in the state championship game to give the team a 2-0 lead. And allowed the team to settle in and win that game against Lake Mary. Trying to get something going here with a man on and 2 outs. We've seen a lot of timely hitting from Florida here in the postseason. And there goes Del Prado's runner Kowalczyk over to second base. Count 2-2 on Cam Arnold.
Jackson Owens just stomping around the mound. Bundle of energy.
3-2. And Everett Fiore, who hit a ball hard his last time up, is on deck. Payoff pitch. Did he get a piece of it? No, he missed it. Strike 3, and the throw by Tribble Cates off the rebound is on target for the third out. Florida strands one in the third. We head to the fourth. 2-0 Tallahassee. Off to the fourth inning. Florida 2, South Carolina 0. As Irmo comes back to the plate, Colt Beatty will lead it off, followed by Maverick Cox. And the top of the order, E.J. Davenport, trying to get something going against Landon Del Prado, who has been inspiring here for the Florida State champs. He has retired 8 straight since giving up his only hit to Jackson Owens back in the first inning.
Yeah, he's been really, really good. Throwing strikes, good fastball, nice breaking ball that he has shown very occasionally.
Del Prado misses upstairs on that throw. Landon Del Prado, he has a brother Lincoln who plays Little League as well. Rides that one in on the hands of Beatty, who fouls it off. Landon is the son of Alec Del Prado, the Florida manager. You can always tell the coach's kids. I mean, you were one.
Yeah, I was one, yes.
Yeah, you know, they just seem to be really measured and disciplined in everything they do.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, you're living it on the field, you live it at home, and all the workouts and just I guess the pressure of being coach's son. We're seeing a lot of coaches' sons out here that are very adept at what they do. They know exactly what's going on, almost coaches on the field.
2-2 to Colt Beatty, and right at the knees he buries a strike. Beatty now 0 for 3 in the regional, 1 down.
A couple of good fastballs, and then this one's just paints the outside corner. Gets framed up by Fiore.
Here's the number 12 man in the order, Maverick Cox. Call him Mav. Either wants to play in the major leagues or be a farmer. Little entrepreneur too, started his own business cutting lawns this summer. Hits this one right on the screw. Sinking liner caught by Xavier Skank. That was a nice play. Skank didn't have a lot of time to get to that sinking liner, but again, he moves so fast. 2 outs.
Just a great jump, great read off the bat. And just attacks that ball coming in. Nice play.
Now Elijah Davenport pops it to the first baseman, and the inning is over. Quick inning for Landon Del Prado. He is just carving up Irmo. 2-0 Florida, halfway through the 4th. Well, Florida to hit again here in the 4th inning. Everett Fiore will lead it off. Florida's offense, 18 runs, 10 hits through 8 innings. They have not been retired 1, 2, 3 yet this weekend. So Florida's offense probably not comfortable with a 2-run lead. They'd like to tack on some more. They're going to try and do it against a new arm.
Yeah, Chase Brown comes in, and he is as good as anybody that South Carolina has. Good stuff, and it's just a matter of what is he today. Coaches say that he's either on or he's off, but really good stuff, and so he's going to come out, and I think we're probably going to see South Carolina probably piece the rest of this game together, keep their arms intact for the rest of the weekend.
Owens goes from the mound back to center field where he started the game. Cox is now in right. Badger Luter is the new first baseman, and of course Brown on the mound. Everett Fiore 0 for 1 with a flyout. Has a couple of hits in the regional. Jace Brown's dad, Jay, is the bench coach for Irmo, South Carolina. He calls the pitches. Jace's dad was the team captain for the national champion South Carolina Gamecocks back in 2010. Had some big wins that year, too. Wins over Vanderbilt, Florida that year, winning the national championship in Omaha. 2-0 to Fiore. 2-1, pardon me. 2-1 pitch, and now 3-1.
See the mechanics. Chase Brown, really solid, good leg kick, very smooth, rhythmic.
Scorched under the glove of Davenport. Everett Fiore with his 3rd hit of the regional. Boy, you could hear that one leaving the infield.
Gets a fastball, inner part of the plate and down, just drops the head of the bat, hits it through third base. This Florida offense is relentless.
Everett Fiore hit .715 during the regular season. .715. And
That's
you and I
pretty
were
good.
kind of
Yeah.
questioning that.
Yeah.
You know, we even asked the coach, is that accurate? And they said, well, maybe, you know, there was some home cooking with the official scoring. But, you know, what we've seen from him in these 2 games of the regionals so far, I don't know that I'm a doubter anymore.
Well, I mean, he's 3 for 5, so the average has gone down a little bit, but only hitting 600 here.
And now Brown to face Jordan Murray, who's 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Strike 2. Brown really needs to shut Tallahassee, Florida down here. Keep this a 2-run deficit. Look out. That hit him square in the back. 2 on, nobody out. And now Jacob Ross coming to the plate, who already has a double to his credit tonight.
Looks like Jace Brown accelerated a little bit on that breaking ball, and ball came out and stayed elevated up and in.
There's Alec Del Prado going down for a little word with Ross. A double and a run scored in the 2nd inning for Ross. Got the scoring started for Tallahassee. Trying to add to the lead. 2-0 here in the 4th inning. Squares around to bunt. That pitch misses down. Do you like the approach here if they're indeed going to sacrifice?
Yeah, I really do. I mean, Del Prado is dealing on the mound, trying to add a couple runs right here. So lay down a bunt, put a little pressure on the defense, try to advance the runners.
Misses downstairs, 2-0.
Let's see if he gets a take sign or he gets to go ahead and lay down a bunt. Should be a pretty good pitch to bunt.
2 balls, no strikes to Jacob Ross. 3-0. And Oliver Prowan due up next.
This is the part right here in the lineup that got things rolling with 2 outs back in the 2nd.
Ball 4, bases loaded. And Florida can really change the feel of this game with 1 swing now. Time call. And they're going to make a move. That's going to do it for Brown. Florida leading 2-0, looking for more. Bases loaded, nobody out when we come back. Colt Vady will be the 4th pitcher to work for South Carolina in this ballgame, and we're just in the 4th inning. Nobody out, bases loaded for Florida, leading 2-0. Keep in mind, South Carolina does not have Braxton Reichert and B.J. Hammonds available for this game, 2 of their better arms, and they're already 4 deep into this game. So pitching starting to get pretty thin for South Carolina.
Yeah, they're able to try to navigate the rest of this right now, chasing 2 runs, but bases loaded, nobody out, and they're going right to their closer in Vady. Coaches say good fastball, really, really good slider.
Proant, a walk and a run scored. 5'7" left-handed hitter. Proant trying to get these runs home. Fiore at third, Murray at second, Ross at first. The 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air, behind shortstop. It's going to get down for a base hit. Fiore will lope home. Ball gets away from Snellgrove. Throw to the plate, not in time, as Murray scores. And it's 4-0 Florida. Proant with a looping liner to left, plates two.
Fastball runs in on him and he flares it over shortstop, infield drawn in. Nobody, no man's land. Snellgrove ball takes a funny little hop, gets by him, so that second run will come across.
And now the pitch to Butler. Hits him. Bases loaded again for Tallahassee. Boy, this has been a tough inning. Chase Brown started the inning on the mound, couldn't get it out, and now Colt Vady struggling.
Couldn't tell what happened to Triple K. The ball must have deflected off of Hayden Butler.
KJ Chen coming up for his second plate appearance of this ballgame. You'll remember his first time up, he was hit by a pitch and drove in a run. And now he has the bases loaded again. 2-run second, now a 2-run fourth for Florida. Down it in.
Infield drawn in, outfield has moved in.
You're talking about Chen and how smart he is. His dream job is to work for NASA. There's a strike from Vady. Colt Vady, you were talking about his arm talent. Kind of their closer, had a huge save in the state tournament championship game. They need to get some outs here from him. Fouled off. He came in to face the meat of the order in that title game, had the bases loaded, got a fly out and a strikeout to end the game. They kind of need a similar situation here from him.
Yeah, he's going to have to lock it back in right now. 4 runs is a big deficit to overcome with only 6 outs left, but he's got to keep it right here. Find a way to get an out.
That's off the glove of Cates to the backstop. Another run will score. Ross crosses home plate. Proant stops at third, Butler to second, and this inning just won't go South Carolina's way.
Now high breaking ball off the glove. Triple Cates going out right now, trying to settle his guy down.
5-0 Florida. That's a wild pitch. Irmo still looking for that first out. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Chen, the number 11 hitter in this order. Ground ball left side. Davenport looks the runners back, throws to first for the out. That was well done by E.J. Davenport.
You said it, Clay. Really well done. Ranges to his left. Knows enough of the situation. He checks the runner before he makes a good throw across the diamond.
That was well struck by Chen. But he is the first out, and that'll bring up Preston Bickus, who had an RBI walk back in the second inning. And he gets ahead in the count here.
Just the patience of this Florida offense. They're not chasing anything out of the zone. They're making these pitchers work.
Big cut from Bickus. lot of game left, and 5 runs, we've seen that overcome quickly by Irmo last year.
Yeah.
You know, they got down 4 in the title game and still able to walk it off with a win.
Well, they were down 4-0 in the 6th inning.
Just missed off the plate. And it's important they manage this deficit. Can't get behind much further. 2-1 pitch. 3-1. Prowan thought about it, but he's going to stay at third.
It didn't look like he got a great jump on the ball. He's on the opposite side when the ball got away. He did not see it right away. Wisely stays put at third base.
3-1 to Bickus. To second. Again, they look the runner back, and now they have a play at third, not in time. Braden Jensen, just that extra glance, froze Prowan enough to keep him at third base.
Another really nice play. Prowan was not going. The runner at second was going, so they had a run down there after the play. Looks like Luter went running over trying to get that third out. Beatty's got a chance to get out of this jam at top of the lineup coming up.
Here's Xavier Skank. 0 for 2 in this game, 0 for 5 in the regional. Turned 12 on June 19th. Getting some tips there from Alec Del Prado. Prowan at third, Butler at second. 3 runs in this inning, 5-0 Florida. Strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Beatty just trying to get out of this thing.
Yeah, he was just trying to get him to stay, try to shoot this ball to left field, stay inside of it, stay back, let the ball get deep.
Upstairs. Xavier Skank, his mom, Ashley, makes it all happen in the family, according to X. His biggest fan, Louder's fan, too. Chop, foul. Boy, a guy with Skank's speed, he could make a living in this game doing what he just did, just keeping it fair on that side of the field.
Yeah, just hit a ground ball to shortstop and run. And that is exactly what he's trying to do. He's just trying to hit something to the left side. He is fast enough getting out of the box quickly.
There it is. And E.J. Davenport equal to the task. So Colt Beatty gets South Carolina off the field, but it's a 3-run inning for Florida. We head to the 5th. Good looking crowd here in Warner Robins. Florida leading 5-0 onto the 5th inning. The defending regional champs from Irmo Little League trying to get something going here late in the ballgame. We play 6 innings in Little League. It'll be Jackson Owens who has the only hit for Irmo, South Carolina. 11 in a row set down by Landon Del Prado since Owens had that base hit in the 1st inning.
Yeah, I mean, Del Prado's been really good. Good fastball, high fastball, and then a nice breaking ball to complement that.
Nice off-speed pitch there. Owens, the winner of this year's Irmo Little League Home Run Derby. Can't hit a 5-run homer, though. They need base runners, and that's been a struggle for them against Del Prado, who has not allowed a walk. That's roped into left field. 2 hits for Jackson Owens. He has a pretty swing.
Yes, he does. And I feel like, you know what, those 3 runs that they just got really has loosened up Del Prado to just go, you know what, here you go, have at it. I am not walking you. Just a nice swing by Jackson Owens. I feel like this is the big moment right here for Irmo. Middle of the lineup at the plate, your best hitters need to answer that 3 runs, get a couple runs on the board. I don't think you're going to get Del Prado out of this game at 46 pitches.
2 strikes to Cates, who he struck out in the 1st inning. Sweeping breaking ball, hangs high and outside. Swung on and missed, got him. 1 away. South Carolina starting to run out of outs.
Cates just swings through this good fastball, middle half in. Like I said, I can't tell you how relaxing those 3 runs would probably make me feel on the mound. 2-run lead, a little scary. 5-run lead, I can just attack the zone and make you beat me by getting hits.
Falls behind Reichard here. He's 0 for 1. Del Prado still has a lot of pitches to work with, too. He is at 50 now. So it's 35 to go, and we're in the 5th inning. There's a line drive to right. That's going to get down for a hit. First hit from someone other than Jackson Owens here for Irmo, South Carolina tonight. 2 on, 1 out, and Badger Luter coming up.
Prado got behind in the count, and Reichard fastball up and out, takes it over second base.
First hit for Reichard of the regional. And now Luter will try to get his first hit of the regional. He's 0 for 3, he's 0 for 1 in this game. Luter started the game on the mound. Ran into trouble in the 2nd inning. Gave way for Jackson Owens, who pitched a couple of innings. Jace Brown, Colt Vady have also pitched here tonight for Irmo. Nothing in 2. Second time through the order against Landon Del Prado in this offense. They've scored up a couple of balls this inning. Trying to get it going. That's upstairs, 2-2.
This is the time. I mean, you're looking at it, how many outs they got left. They got 5, or excuse me, 4, 5. Running out of time, and you got your top of the lineup up right now.
Full count to Luter. Big hack fouled off. Loser will play Virginia tomorrow, 1 Eastern time. Winner gets the day off. And we'll come back on Sunday at 2 o'clock Eastern for a game on ESPN. How good that'll feel being 2-0 going into a Saturday day off. Line to center, and it's down in front of Skank. Throw into the infield, and the play up the line not in time to get Owens. And Irmo, South Carolina's on the board. Luter with an RBI. Third hit of the inning for South Carolina.
Just a nice left-handed swing, elevated fastball, and bang, bang play. This throw is probably on the money. It's going to be a pretty close play, but Jackson Owens is flying.
And now time is called. Now the approach at the plate here for South Carolina, a little different second time through.
Yeah, they're starting to see it a little bit better, putting together some good swings. We're seeing what this offense has been doing all summer. Right now, you're trying to get Del Prado to just, get back into that mode. Settle him down. Everything's fine. Still up 4 runs. Need you to keep pounding fastballs, throwing strikes. Take a deep breath. They got somebody warming up just in case.
South Carolina, it's first time through the order, 1 for 11, no runs. So far, second time through, 3 for 5 and a run scored. As Cohen Paul is up, he's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Wrapped it to Bickus at second in the second inning. Chopped to Bickus again. This could be 2 to second. No, everybody's safe. Kai Stevens had to go upstairs to get that throw from Bickus, and he took his foot off the bag. So the bases are loaded for South Carolina here in the 5th.
Well, about 15, 20 years ago, this would have been called an area code. Not anymore. You can see the throw took him off. He was so focused on getting that double play that he did not secure that first out at second base.
So Jensen will come up with a chance to really make a statement here for South Carolina in the 5th. He could tie it up with 1 swing. Jensen was a strikeout victim of Del Prado's back in the second inning. How nervous do you think his dad is down in that third base coach's box, Bobby Jensen?
He's just hoping to see something get into the outfield grass. Wants to try to close this gap.
There's a strike from Del Prado. 2-1 to Braden Jensen. There's his dad, Bobby. Strike 2. This year, Braden's 16-year-old brother, Ryan, played in the Senior League Regional in Largo, Florida for Irmo. He ended up losing in the championship game. Gets to the backstop. Everybody's staying put. So now it's 3-2, and this is a big pitch in the ballgame.
Just the energy change that we're seeing right now. South Carolina, just the bats have come alive, and you're seeing a little bit of edginess and nervousness out of Florida.
Ground ball, they're going to come home. Out there to first, double play. What a play. And Landon Del Prado gets the ground ball he was looking for. 5-2-3 put out to get Florida off the field in the 5th.
Just a great play, knowing exactly what you're going to do at third base, comes into home, and then Fiore gets the out. Double play gets him out of the jam, and Del Prado, come on.
Irmo, South Carolina, with a glorious opportunity to get back into the ball game. They had the bases loaded and 1 out, and wrap into a double play. They're going to have to settle for 1. It is 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitching change as South Carolina will bring to the mound Cohen Paul to face 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup for Florida.
He's got to keep him right there. Strike throwing machine. See if he can settle things in, give them a chance, only down 4.
Kai Stevens 1 for 2. He is 3 for 4 in this regional. Paul's 1-0 pitch, foul back. Cohen Paul, 11 years old, and manager Bobby Jensen says don't let the 4'11" frame fool you. And this is a kid with a big heart, really gets after it. It's downstairs, 2-1. His parents, John and Brittany. Time called. 2-1 to Kai Stevens. Deep short. This is going to be a tough play, and got him. Oh, what a play. Davenport from deep short throws out Kai Stevens, who moves well. 1 away.
What about Badger Luder over at first base? I mean, deep short. This ball is hosed over there, and Badger Luder goes into the full split. All around thoroughly impressive play. Get that short hop pick over at first. He might be safe, Clay.
Yeah, I think you're right. What a play nonetheless on both ends. This is going to be a challenge. So Florida challenging. Call out at first base. Here's one more look. I think Stevens gets that left foot down ahead of the catch by Luder. What a stretch.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Yes, sir, that's correct. Just a great look there.
Davenport had just moved to shortstop from third base. That was his first test at shortstop. Snellgrove, he's now at third. Badger Luder had just moved to first base. Maverick Cox is now in left field. Beatty is in right. Jace Brown is now catching. So South Carolina with wholesale defensive changes, and then that defensive play to start the inning.
Well, the coaches say Davenport's got a great arm on the mound, but he is so valuable in the infield, they hate to use him. And you see why.
You might have got a earful of that.
Yep,
I think we dropped on that. Sounds like he's going to be safe.
Well, I already wrote in single.
There you go. So Kai Stevens with another hit, his second of the game, his fourth of the regional. He is really having himself a tournament.
4 for 5 right now.
The big Kahuna.
Couple of walks, couple of runs scored.
And so now Del Prado with a chance to help himself. The starting pitcher has thrown 66 pitches on the mound. He's in a great position to complete this game.
Yeah, it really has, and he's helped himself at the plate. Couple of walks. He's got 4 walks on the tournament already.
South Carolina desperately needs to keep this a 4-run deficit. 8, 9, and 10 due up in the 6th. Paul misses outside. 3-0. Kowalczyk on deck. This is pitcher number 5 of the game for South Carolina. Again, a couple of their star arms, Braxton Reichert, B.J. Hammond's unavailable for this game, so really thin on the mound here at this juncture. Into right field, base hit. Del Prado, he's been on base 3 times. A couple of walks and that bingo. 2 on, nobody out for Kowalczyk.
Nice left-handed swing, gets a fastball in a predictable count. Drives it into right field. And here comes Florida again.
Kowalczyk 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts. Big cut, hits it deep but foul.
You know what, you can go 0 for 2 with that play that he made last inning to end that with that double play.
Yeah.
Just knowing, all right, I'm in at third base, I'm going to take the run out at home, gets the double play to get out of the jam.
Pops it up. We'll see if this is playable. 3 guys converge and nobody can come up with it. Snellgrove, the third baseman, ended up being the closest. Cohen Paul desperately needs to get a ground ball here, maybe a double play. As it stands right now, they will be down 4 going into their last at bat. One and 2.
Tried to get a breaking ball there, just left it a little bit elevated.
Harry Kowalczyk had a couple of runs batted in game 1 for Florida. An amazing all-around player. You talk to the coaches, says he's also one of our best arms on the mound. 2-2 pitch. Chased it upstairs, fouled it back.
He's got putting together some pretty good hacks right here.
Centerville, Virginia will play the loser tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern. Full count.
Kowalczyk just took that pitch like he knew that ball was 2 inches outside and just spit on it.
Walked him. Bases loaded for Florida. Chairs Little League of Tallahassee, Florida got 2 in the 2nd. They scored 3 in the 4th. And they have them loaded again here in the 5th. So Camden Arnold will come up. He's 1 for 2 in this game. Already has 4 runs batted in the regional. One big swing would put this game away.
And you got the infield drawn in, outfield playing extremely deep out in left and center. Showing the respect to Cam Arnold's power.
Good breaking ball. That walk by Kowalczyk was the 17th walk drawn by Florida in these 2 games they played the last 2 days.
Is that good?
Great patience. Another good curveball, spoiled. 1 and 2.
That's just unbelievable. 17 walks, and we're not through 2 games yet. Cohen Paul can spin another one of those good breaking balls, get it down to the bottom of the zone.
Line drive to center, base knock. Stevens scores. Del Prado's going to hold it. Third throw gets to the backstop, but Del Prado's not going to chance it. RBI single Cam Arnold, and it's 6-1.
It's just a nice short stroke, fastball elevated, drives it into center field. Jackson Owens. Arm too good. Florida was not taking the chance on risking getting an out at home plate right there.
Bobby Jensen's going to make a change. He's going to bring E.J. Davenport to the mound. Bases loaded, still nobody out for Florida. They've added another run. It's 6-1. E.J. Davenport will be pitcher number 6 for South Carolina. Comes into a bases loaded jam with nobody out in the 5th, trailing 6-1. South Carolina desperately needs to keep it a 5-run deficit.
And another good arm for South Carolina comes in, and they're just trying to piece the rest of this game together, keep it close. But Davenport's got a great fastball. We've seen his arm from third and short. See, bases loaded, nobody out, looking to get soft contact in the infield.
Everett Fiore at the plate, and he has been dynamite. Swaggy E is what they call him. 1 for 2 in this game, has 3 hits in the regional. Son of Jamie and Kristen.
Wants to attend West Point.
How about it?
Dad, grandfather, great-grandfathers all served in the military.
Wonderful. One ball and 1 strike to Fiore. Down and in, that gets away from home plate. He's going to score another run. Kowalczyk will go to third, Arnold to second, and it's now 7-1.
You see in Florida, they're just not swinging at bad pitches. They are just making Irmo throw strikes, and they are taking advantage of it when they do.
Everett Fiore, favorite player, LA Dodgers lefty Tanner Scott. He's a family friend. Swing and a miss, 3-2. South Carolina still trying to get that first out of the 5th. Now down 6 runs. Just foul. And that's why you're in foul ground when you're leading off the base, because I think that hit Kowalczyk.
That's exactly why. Get your lead off in foul territory. If you get hit in foul territory, it doesn't mean anything. If you are in fair territory on your lead, you are out.
And we've seen it happen.
I'm trying to think of the major league team now that is having their guys starting in fair territory.
And what would be the advantage to doing that?
I guess they think they're in the throwing lane. I don't see an advantage because, I mean, I always taught my little leaguers, hey, you start out in foul territory and then you get your secondary lead and then you come back in fair territory and take away that throwing lane.
Fiore walks, bases loaded again. And this one is slipping away from South Carolina. Jordan Murray hit by a pitch and a run scored his last time up. Now think about this. If he can hit it out of here, ball game's over.
Yeah.
Be a 10-run rule finish. He could walk it off with a big swing. There's absolutely no wind to speak of right now here in Warner Robins. Coming home is Powalczyk. He will score. 8-1. Arnold goes to third, Fiore at second, and Murray at the plate, as this has gone sideways in the 5th inning for Florida. Or excuse me, for South Carolina. 3-run inning for Tallahassee. Oh, and that hit him. Bases loaded again. And South Carolina's just out of pitching.
Free passes are starting to add up. That's 3 this inning. 2 walks and a hit by pitch. As you said, now the final run is at first base. Nobody out.
This is Jacob Ross. 1 for 1 with a double and a walk. Has scored twice. Downstairs, 1-1. Ross hit a double in the 2nd inning. Came around to score the first run of the game for Tallahassee. Walked and scored a run in the 3-run 4th. This is popped up. Should be playable. The first baseman, Badger Luter, makes the catch. And Jacob Ross is the first out of the inning.
Looked like Badger might have overrun that first
bit.
split second. He was taking off running, going to try to find the fence. Wisely popped his head up, saw that he was overrunning it, and Athletic moves back, makes the catch.
Here's Oliver Proant at the plate now. Time is called as the bullpen tries to get back to the dugout, and they will. Looked like Kai Stevens was the pitcher warming up. Swing and a miss from Proant. He had a 2-run single in the 4th inning. Walked and scored a run in the 2nd. Proant, he started a key double play in the state title game from right field. Great catch, throw to first base. And his bat has been good here tonight. 1-1 pitch from Davenport. That's outside, 2-1. So South Carolina can't come back, and they've got a big hole to climb out of. They're going to be back here tomorrow afternoon to take on Virginia. Centerville, Virginia. Chopper to second. They're going to come home, and the out at the plate. Good job by the catcher, Jace Brown, to find the plate and get his foot on it.
I don't think he was expecting that throw to come home, but he gets himself into a pretty decent position. Nice play at second base by James. knows he's got to get the out at home, and you can see just scrambling to get a foot on that place.
And now we're going to get a pinch runner. So running for the catcher, Fiore. That's going to be Jacob. It should be Proant because he's the last out. That's Jacob Ross, and he is going to head back to the dugout. Proant's going to come out, and he'll have to be the runner because it's the last out made.
Well, Proant stays at first base.
Or excuse me, who is this? It would be Jacob Ross, right?
Yeah. This Proant's at
no,
first base.
Cam Arnold, because he was out on the bases at home plate. So it will be Cam Arnold, number 52. I think we got it now. Is your scorecard as messy as mine right now?
Yeah.
So it's Cam Arnold at third base.
I thought it was the last out, though.
Well, he was the out at home plate.
Yeah.
So this is Butler at the plate. Hayden Butler, a walk and a hit by pitch. He's been on twice. Two and one. Looking ahead to Irmo, South Carolina's sixth inning, Liam Snellgrove, Jace Brown, and B.J. Hammonds due up. And they have a lot of runs to get back. Nice play by the pitcher. Davenport, the flip. After he knocks it down, Butler's retired. Inning is over, but it's another big one for Florida. They now lead at 8-1. Last chance for South Carolina. Well, South Carolina has a lot of work to do, down 7, and it's their last chance here in the 6th inning. Florida leading 8-1. Landon Del Prado pitched a gem. Gave up 1 run on 4 hits. He is out. Butler is going to come to the mound now. Del Prado is taken out. He is going to be able to pitch on Tuesday should Florida make it to the championship game, because he threw 66 pitches, but it reverts back to the first pitch of the last batter he faced. And so, you know, you like the decision here because he's obviously their ace, and if they do make it to the title game on Tuesday, he'll be available.
Yeah, no, I love the decision. I mean, looked like he was getting a little frustrated, a little fatigued, and got that big double play. And then you bring in your closer right here in Butler, who's been really good for them in tight situations. But no, I love the decision. Playing the long game, looking to go, all right, you know what? I need my big guy here on the championship game on Tuesday.
Hayden Butler known for throwing strikes in big moments, and they need 3 outs to get on to Sunday's 2-0 game, the semifinals. Snellgrove takes a strike there. 3-1 the count. Snellgrove, Brown, and Hammonds. Hit well, right field. Moving back as Proant makes the catch, 1 away.
Well, he stung it. Good swing, just wrong spot. Hard fly ball to right field. We're seeing some really nice outfield play.
The defensive play all day today has been wonderful. The reads in the outfield, the throws from the outfield, the home plate especially, right on the screws.
Oh, I mean, I think back to my days where, you know.
Charging third baseman Stevens, throws high, but Cam Arnold 5'9" over there. He's able to pluck it easily. 2 down.
Yeah, anybody else, that ball's down the right field line. I was saying, my days of Little League, man, you put some outfielders out there that you're not going to get catches like we're seeing now, and just going, you know, hiding guys out in right field or left field. Not here in this region.
Well, you know, keep in mind too, these are all-stars from some really good Little League programs, and you know, a lot of these guys don't need to be hit.
No, not at all.
This could end the ball game. Charging Del Prado to first. Ball game is over. Shares Little League out of Tallahassee, Florida, is 2-0 going into Sunday, and they will play on national TV on ESPN at 2 o'clock. Excuse me, 1 o'clock Eastern time. So they get the day off tomorrow. The loser, Irmo, South Carolina, has to come back tomorrow to take on Centerville, Virginia. That game is at 1 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah, very well played game by Florida. They took advantage of the walks and the hit by pitches, got some timely hitting, 8 hits. And then Del Prado on the mound was dealing for 5 innings.
What a ball game. Landon Del Prado, one of the many stars. But how about this defensive play? Snellgrove, that throw. So many good plays on both sides defensively, but well played all around for the Florida State champs. They win it. Final of 8-1. For Greg Olson and our entire crew on Playmatic, we hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you tomorrow back here in Warner Robins.